Ever heard of a killer? I drop bombs like Hiroshima.
Somebody said, look at LeakYou video. What the fuck is LeakYou? Is it like a site? What's LeakYou? LeakYou. Is it a YouTube channel? Oh, shit. Oh, all right, bet. Here we go.
Please hit the like. Thank you.
One, two, three, four.
Ooh, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. I hope you're having a really fantastic Friday. You all know I was going to come through and do this video and talk about some very viral news, some news that actually went viral a few days back. And even over the last 24, 48 hours, there's been a very interesting post on 4Chan that I also would like to discuss. Now, News Nation did an interesting special recently that appeared to show or depict an egg-shaped craft that had been picked up by a helicopter, United States helicopter, and flown about 20 miles, all right, to a particular location and subsequently dropped very gently, I might add, okay? Jacob Barber, the most recent whistleblower that has come out, did a News Nation special with Ross Cohart. And in this News Nation special, this, what appears to be an egg-shaped object, essentially, picked up and it's in the control of the United States military, right? I'm going to show you this very interesting clip. Give me a second. We're going to show you this. And then, y'all, we're going to take a visit or a trip over to 4Chan and take a look at another set of images that appears to be quite viral, including, you all, a supposed piece of audio that was leaked, right, by this 4Chan whistleblower. I got to be honest with you. The picture does look real, but some of these other additional details, like the so-called recorded audio of, the sentient being that was supposedly laying in a pod next to this egg-shaped craft that was found in Antarctica, seems a little bit suspect. I'm not even going to lie to you. But you all, before we get into that, you all check this out.
News Nation has independently obtained previously unseen video obtained from a secret UAP craft retrieval program. This extraordinary footage clearly shows an egg-shaped object dangling in a sling below the belly of a helicopter.
Let's slow this down to take a closer look. That's an egg-shaped UAP suspended from a 150-foot long line. We're told the craft is about 20 feet long. The egg suspended in a cradle. And look how careful the pilot is as they bring their precious cargo into land. Let's freeze frame here to look at one of the clearest images of a UAP ever taken. This is no blurry light in a distant sky. The source of the footage putting themselves at incredible risk to record this UAP retrieval. Look at how perfectly smooth the craft is. No markings at all, and no visible means of propulsion or way to see inside. Watch how it rolls, almost graceful as it hits the ground, despite being wrapped in the ropes and canvas from the cradle as it's dropped for pickup. The UAP's final destination still unknown. Hello and welcome.
Very interesting, right? Very, 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 very interesting. Now, on the heels of that News Nation report, an anonymous user on 4chan dropped a series of videos, images, and even a backstory on the 4chan, the anonymous 4chan message board. And these items were then subsequently reposted on Reddit and even X. Thousands of people, have liked and upvoted this content. And these images have went viral. They're all over TikTok, all over X. They're everywhere, right? Now, again, note very carefully that these particular images that were dropped on 4chan came after Jacob Barber's News Nation special. Okay. So note that. And I think it's important to note that because it's very possible that somebody could be doing some disinformation tactics. Okay. Very, 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 very possible. And that's important to know because our government, they stay, right? They stay trying to change things. Y'all give me just 1 second. I need to share something to my MacBook here. Let me drop something to my MacBook. All right. Because I want to show you guys something, and we're going to get to this audio that was supposedly done, an interview with the supposed Antarctic NHI entity. Now, let me tell you a little bit about this 4chan post. Let me give you some more depth here. So somebody comes on, an anonymous poster on 4chan, and I'm actually going to bring up the 4chan post for you, okay? Somebody comes on, they're like, hey, and this is on the paranormal thread on 4chan. What is the dash for that? I think it's X, right? Yes. So /X on 4chan is the paranormal section of 4chan, as you can see right there. Now, 4chan is one of the most popular, famous message boards, and what people really, really, really love about 4chan is the fact that you can post anonymously. Okay. You can post anonymously. Now, this person posts these photos, and I'm actually going to bring it up here. Give me a sec. Let me find the thread. Let me find the thread. Hopefully it has not been removed. I hope not. Let's send it. Oh my God. Yes. It's been archived. Why, 4chan? Why? Luckily for you guys, I actually recorded the thread. I cannot believe 4chan took that down. Why do they do that? Seriously, why do they do that? I don't understand. That is so disappointing to me. So basically, this very popular 4chan thread has been removed or archived, is what 4chan says. And I don't understand that. But that's all right. Give me a second. Let me Antarctica egg. So all of the comments, yeah, all of it's gone. Now I did do a screen recording of it last night. And let me, actually, I can probably grab that and drop it really quick over to my MacBook. Did like a 5-minute screen recording of that bad boy. Yeah, here it is. All right, let me share this over to my MacBook really quick and I'll bring it up for you guys so you guys can see the thread as it was last night. It's going to take a minute for that to happen, but needless to say, guys, it has been subsequently removed. But listen, there was a user on there who claimed that they had worked in our military and worked on classified in things, classified intelligence. And essentially, this person dropped several photos of what appeared to be an egg-shaped object, even with hieroglyphics etched onto this egg-shaped UFO craft, okay? We've had people even do an analysis of these photos, people that are professional in regards to reviewing, analyzing photos and videos and things like that. And many people say it seems to be exactly as the poster said. The poster said that they took a photo from a monitor that was displaying these images. So again, there's been several people that seem to have verified it, but it gets really weird and awkward. You guys can see here. Let me show you some of the images, okay? Some of the close-ups. Now, this could be computer generated. And here's the thing. I noticed another video dropped overnight that appeared to show in these particular images, this egg-shaped object being carried out with some sort of like cradle lift. But it looked very, very fake to me. It looked very, very fake to me. So is this, a computer generated object that, it's some form of disinformation that is being done, potentially? Is that possible? Now, what was crazy is in the same thread, okay, the OP, meaning original poster, posted a link to an audio clip of what appeared to be, and I didn't even tell you the best part. Let me tell you the best part. This egg-shaped UFO craft that was allegedly found in Antarctica, according to this 4chan whistleblower, there was a 700-plus-year-old sentient being, okay, that was sleeping in a pod next to this egg-shaped craft. And this being had a lot to say. Okay. Now, let me show you some better images here. All right. This is actually the image that was dropped on 4chan of this object. Okay. I'm sure you guys can see that. And if you actually zoomed in, you could actually see it, some sort of glyphs etched into this object. Okay. Now, this is the good old TikTok. This was another one of the images that appeared to. Now, here is one of the images that allegedly this 700+ year old being was sleeping inside of this pod. It was by itself. Now, have you guys ever known of these alien beings to ever come alone? They are never alone. Okay. They're never alone. But apparently, this one was allegedly sleeping in one of these pods. Okay. And so that being allegedly did an interview, and we're going to take a listen to it. Again, I think that people are trolling. Yeah. So here is this video that suddenly started making the rounds. This definitely does not look the same as the original egg lifting video that was dropped by News Nation. Pay close attention to when this object seems to come into frame. It really does look fake to me. Now, this could be a completely different, this could have came from a completely different source, right, than the actual picture that we just looked at. Just note that. But look at this. Look, right here. That looks a bit fake to me. The way that the object glides in and out. Watch it glide back. It has a very much so computer-generated type of fuck up, so to speak, to me anyway. Okay. And it almost feels like somebody's playing, right? It's like anything to dismiss what Jake Barber came out and said on News Nation. That's sort of my thoughts on this, that someone is potentially playing or trolling or trying to dismiss this video that was dropped on News Nation. That's what I think. So keep that in mind, folks. This is the actual real video that dropped on News Nation. And it just does not seem to, people trolling, look. Anyway, there's that. Now, number one, when it comes to this alleged interview with this Antarctic NHI non-human intelligence entity, number one, the voice is absolutely manipulated. There's a lot of uhs, and it makes you wonder, how are they speaking English with a Russian/German accent? Okay. And the interviewer and the entity that this interviewer is allegedly talking to, they address each other as a quote SES, which appears to stand for it's like a neutral word for like brother or sister. Okay. Apparently this race does not use names because they're all part of a collective consciousness. And so they don't need to use names. And this interview allegedly took place in Germany, not in the United States. Again, it is what it is, right? But let's listen in to this interview, shall we? Let's listen in to this, and let's hear what this alleged interview. Okay, let's hear what the conversation sounded like. Long ass disclosure in the beginning here.
Okay, let's see if I have everything ready. Okay, recording number 67, 22, January 2025, 15:35. Gravação número 67, 22 de 2025, 15:35. En enregistrement número 57, 22 janvier 2025, 15h35. Okay. How are you, Seth?
Good.
Good, good. Thank you for allowing me to ask you these questions once more. I know it's kind of tiresome. Okay. By the way, did you read what was said about you on the 4chan forums?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you
See,
find it amusing?
Interesting. Good.
listen, there's no alien being, okay? There's no alien being reading 4chan, giving a damn about what was said about them on no message board. I absolutely don't believe this at all, but let's listen to a few minutes of it.
Questions were strange, but many were different and good.
I guess that's just how we are. Now, I know you hate these.
I don't hate. Anger is not an emotion for my people.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. You did nothing wrong.
If you don't mind, back to the question. Why were you in that cave alone?
As I said countless times, I was alone.
Yes, but why? I mean, how does the technology that kept you alive work? Is it a form of stasis? We know it's not cryogenic.
Humans must evolve alone. Otherwise, if I help you with how you say technology, I won't be better than the ones who made you, the ones who corrupted you.
You refuse to answer.
I refuse to disgrace you and your ancestors.
Okay, that's fine. How old is the vessel, as you call it? You call it the vessel. We call it the hex shape.
It was built by my people 3,000 years ago in the land you once called Hem.
Kemet.
Hem.
Where is Kemet?
Oh my God. Oh, this is so bad. This is so bad, man. See, it's stuff like this. It's stuff like this that, they come in, they try to dilute. All right. They try to dilute the subject overall, period. Like, it's so freaking ridiculous. Okay. It's so ridiculous. Y'all, give me a second. I want to show you. I want to show you this. This is the original 4chan thread. All right. Because I did get to screen record it. And this is the original video or the original thread, how it looked when it was dropped. Okay. Image of the object. Okay. I knew I had to make sure that I screen recorded it. Another image of this same object. And you can even tell in the original image that it was somebody taking a picture of something in a monitor. And again, this is that pod that apparently this sentient being was sleeping in. They even in the thread, it said that they picked the pod up, moved the pod, and took it some ridiculous distance. And this being woke up hours later, whatever that's supposed to mean. But again, this so-called being or this alleged being was over 700 plus years old. This was what was alleged in the original 4chan thread, which we'll get to see here. So people, begin to ask questions to the OP, the original poster, and the OP actually does answer some. So, like, here's a set question: why was he there alone? Answer from the OP: he refuses to tell us and believe we did try. Question: did he say what this year's big thing would be? Is it good or bad? He speaks of countless natural disasters, a third world war, and a looming conflict between his race and our creators. Tensions beneath the surface are apparently reaching a breaking point. He speaks of a possible reset for human civilization so that we can start all over again. Now, there is a lot of talk about a reset. You guys may start hearing that, where it's been said that humanity has actually flood. If you think about Noah's flood, for example, and all of, the world being killed, allegedly that's happened 5 or 6 times already. Let's keep going here. Let's keep going because there's more questions and answers down here. 4chan, please stop doing that. You don't need to, bow to anyone. Now, why do the photos have so much noise and grain? Answer: night vision, and these aren't the raw files. These were photos taken off a monitor at an undisclosed location. Do you have any more photos or videos of the inside of the caves? Yes, but legally, this is as far as I can go for now. Now, one thing that was also mentioned in the thread is that this being allegedly said that the corpus, hopefully I can say this right, Ermedicum was the closest thing to what the being believed the divine was, or what God was. So it asks, the question is, can you go deeper into the corpus Hermeticum? And the answer is, according to him, the being, the way Hermes Trismegistus speaks about God, or the One, is the most profound way a human can describe the divine. He believes that books like the Bible and the Quran are merely reflections of humanity projected onto God. Why didn't you mention the Battle of Basel, 1566? What was different from Nuremberg? It was not related to the creators. It was between other races. Remember, we did and still have illegal races coming here. Now, in the original thread, there was talk about this being living through like 2 or 3 wars that occurred between humans, or that humans witnessed, that occurred between other alien races. Okay, so there is that. Also, one of the photos that the OP dropped appeared to show potentially or possibly some sort of a glyph that was etched into the wall near this egg-shaped craft. So there is that as well. Let's go down to another set of questions here. Yeah, here it is right here. It says, what are some examples of illegal races, alien races, coming here? Like, what species? What do they want? The answer was given 74 BC Anatolia. The sighting occurred during the Mithridatic Wars. 1803 Hidachi Province, Japan. 1954 in Italy, Rosa Lotti's case, and so on. What is the purpose of the reset and what will it achieve? Answer: according to him, mankind needs to start all over in order to become capable of reaching God, or so he says. He claims we are too corrupted. Are starseeds real? Do other species incarnate as humans to try and help, or is that bullshit? Answer: yes, he does speak of interstellar Bodhisattvas. Listen, people are already not going to take this type of stuff serious because it's posted on 4chan. Let's just be real about it, okay? But when you add in an absolutely ridiculous interview, alleged interview. So you mean to tell me that somebody managed to find this being that was sleeping in a pod next to this egg-shaped craft and did an interview with them and then dropped it on Odyssey? Hold on, y'all. Let's finish listening to it.
Hold on. Hold on a sec. Okay, here. And the phone. Where in the map is
The
Cameron?
one that says Egypt.
Oh, okay, Egypt.
This
Okay, I
one
see.
here.
Okay. It's old then. It's really old. I know you don't want to answer this, but I have, question. I have to pose a question again. How does it work? How do we get inside?
I said this before. No. Must I repeat myself?
I know, but it's for the British Ministry of Defense. You know, there are many countries involved, many nations who want your help to. I won't force you to talk if you don't want to.
Why do you want my vessel? So you can kill more people?
What your ally says.
But, sir, you are not an ally to your brother, the other human. I know that if I give you the key to my vessel, you will kill again and again and again.
That technology could save
In
lives.
your hands, that is not the first option, is it? You want second option, power, conquest, oppression.
Very well. I won't bother you again. You know, I'm just doing my job. Can you tell me about the technology where you were sleeping?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna barge. Not feeling generous today, are we?
I want to help your kind becoming better. Then we'll talk technology. Would you give a weapon to a child? No. The Barbie would hurt themselves and other people.
Good point. Okay. What questions can you answer then?
All technology-related questions will be rejected.
Mathematical questions?
Please. Yeah.
Can you... Let's see. Can you identify the sequence of prime numbers within your numeral system?
Prime numbers are fundamental in mathematics and might be, let's say, universally recognized. You could say that's how God created or emanated everything.
We had time to understand what the Riemann hypothesis is? No? Can you explain it to me? Can you give us an answer?
Yes. The Riemann hypothesis is correct. All non-trivial zeros of the Z function lie on the line RE equal 1/2. It is based on the symmetry of prime numbers and energy stability in the mathematical field.
Okay. Can you? I know I've asked you this before, but I have to. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. Um, can you tell me if there was life on Mars?
As I stated before, yes, it was annihilated by your makers. Their civilization reached quite the developed state. They were, how you say, good people. People who loved each other as one. Unity. Your markers didn't love anyone but their self.
I think you called it ego yesterday, didn't you?
Ego. I love English. It is quite similar to a language of a people that we interacted with very long ago.
Oh, you spoke about this before. The Proto-Europeans. You've studied them, right? Didn't you?
Good people. Sadly, their desires of conquest conquered their hearts.
Okay. About this Mars civilization, were they human like us?
No, but some managed to come. However, your how do you call it?
In English,
your
DNA.
genetic
This case would be
composition.
DNA.
DNA. Your human DNA was not compatible with theirs. They couldn't mate, thus they disappeared.
Are there still like there are the bodies or mummies of these people from Mars still on Earth?
Yes, but I will not disclose location.
I'm asking you this because, as you might have noticed, I've sent you a video of the so-called Mexican mummies. Did you get to see it?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my
Can
god.
you tell me if it's real, if it's
Y'all
not
hear
real?
this nonsense?
Yes, I believe so. Yes.
Good. What were these beings? Who were these beings? Are they connected to the ones that came from Mars?
Chimera, mixed of sentient creature, a remnant of your markers.
Chimera, chimera. Oh, you mean hybrids? So they're a mix.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's it. Also,
Y'all, I'm not feeling it. All right, I'm not feeling it at all. It just seems really, really strange, out of place. I'm absolutely not feeling it. So, again, it feels to me that it's some sort of an effort to basically shit on the recent News Nation revelations in the video that News Nation dropped with the egg-shaped UFO craft. So you all, there is that part of the UFO community that has to be contended with. Anytime there's a valid whistleblower that comes out, there's always going to be weird, strange things like this. So, it's important to research, follow through, and pay attention. It's very possible that the photo of this egg object that was allegedly captured in Antarctica is real. But again, you've got a video coming out of someone allegedly lifting that object into a with a helicopter. That the video again does not look real at all. It looks absolutely computer generated. And let me show you that again. This video is absolutely computer generated. It does not look real. Look at it. When the object is swaying there, you can tell that there was some sort of a pause or something in this, there's some sort of a pause or something that happens here See right there. Yeah. Let me see if I can slow this down. Can I slow it down? Nope, I don't have a playback speed here. But you can tell. Okay. So I'm not, we've had that. And then we've had this fake audio that's come out as well. That's supposed to be allegedly, connected to it. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. So be very careful, folks, on what you believe out here. What these people put out here, almost 95% of the time, it's a bunch of nonsense. A bunch of nonsense. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But listen, let me just really quick read you a part of that thread that kind of gives a little bit more um understanding or on whoever this OP was. So they said that from 2012 to 2023 that they worked in naval intelligence and that there was a particular focus on advanced underwater detection systems that was part of some sort of unidentified submerged phenomena program. This OP said that their work involved close collaboration with the DoD and leading defense contractors, and that the program's objective was to investigate anomalous underwater activity in specific areas of interest. This individual had earned a PhD in oceanographic engineering, and that their role was to analyze sensor data and to identify patterns in this data and with this phenomena. So a lot of that, who knows, but a lot of that, and there's not that many people getting PhDs in, oceanographic engineering. Not like associates in English or something of that nature, right? I'm sure that it wouldn't be too hard to figure out who that OP probably originally, was. But is there a potential here that, people put out misinformation like this in order to steer us off of the actual correct information? Again, you've got News Nation dropping this absolute viral video of this egg-shaped craft, and then you've got all this, then we've got a 4chan whistleblower dropping audio and video, and which the audio seems like it's crap, the video seems like it's crap, the pictures don't, but the other stuff does. Is there the potential here that this is being done to steer us away from the correct information? I think so. I absolutely think so. And with that being said, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you, especially those of you on X, on Twitter. I don't even know why I go live on YouTube anymore. YouTube's almost just a thought at this point. I do appreciate, those of you that do listen in on YouTube, but Rumble and X platforms have been really blowing up. And again, we are still dropping content on our official podcast. Speaking of official podcasts, allow me to pay a few bills if you don't mind. Shout out to the LeakYou community. Please join us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Music.
Please hit the like. Thank you.
Yeah, guys, between links that don't work, threads being archived, it's crazy. And 4chan is naturally going to be a place where people will go. And it's crazy because we have to be able to filter between the information and the misinformation. Again, 4chan is a great place to allow people to post things anonymously. And I have seen some valid whistleblower type situations happen on 4chan. But again, the pictures seem real, but that audio and the video of them allegedly picking this object up just does not seem valid. And there's another thing too to think about. It's possible that someone could be posting or doing a reply in the 4chan thread trying to even, cause a disinformation type scenario on the original post with the photos. Oh, well, listen to this audio of us talking to a non-human, entity of some type. But anyway, if you need a good, some good stuff to read or check out, definitely check out 4chan.org. Again, it's the /X board, paranormal board that's been around forever and a day. And you will see some very interesting things. Okay. Very interesting things. You guys, I appreciate each and every one of you for coming through. I'll catch you all on the next live stream. Until next time.
The judgment sentence that you are an asshole. The trial is over. Thank you, everybody.
Let's play a game. You have 10 seconds to take all your stuff and get out of my life. 10, 9, 8.
God bless you, motherfucker.
You're really smart. Like really, really, really smart like I am.